8 Lies Women Tell Men and What They Really Mean. Welcome back to another episode where I will be exposing some lies we women tell and how many of you men out there are falling for these lies easily. Let me get started by saying this. Women are big talkers. Stop listening to what they say and start looking at what they do. Actions speak louder than words. That's what you should be watching, not what comes out of their mouth. That's why people say women are hard to understand. They say one thing and do another. The action reveals who they truly are, not just their words. Lie number 1. I'm not talking to anybody else, just you. When a woman tells you this, trust me, it's almost always a lie. Here's the reality. If she's actively dating but not in an exclusive relationship with you, you're definitely not the only guy in her orbit. There's almost certainly an ex who just checks in sometimes, a friend who's waiting for his chance, or several other guys sliding into her direct message regularly. Here's how you know it's a lie. She's been going out with you for weeks, but avoids defining the relationship. She claims you're the only one while being mysteriously unavailable at times. Her texting patterns are inconsistent, super times, ghosting others, what she actually means. I enjoy your company, but I'm not sure you're my best option yet. The truth about women who are genuinely interested. When a woman really wants you, she won't play these games. She'll make it obvious you're her priority and will lock things down quickly. If she's keeping you in this vague talking stage while claiming exclusivity, she's shopping around plain and simple. Don't waste time being someone's option. If she can't decide after a reasonable time, she's basically decided you're not the one. Lie number 2, he's just a friend. Let's be real. That's almost never the full story. As a woman, I'll tell you this straight. We don't keep male friends around unless there's some level of attraction or emotional investment. That guy she claims is just a friend. He's usually one of 3 things. A backup plan, waiting patiently in the wings for her to be single. A future boyfriend, she's emotionally attached but not ready to admit it. An ex in disguise, still lingering in her life under the friend label. Here's a telling sign. If she talks about him constantly, even if it's negative, gets defensive when you ask about him, or he conveniently resembles her ex, or that's not friendship, that's a placeholder for something more. I've seen this play out too many times. A girlfriend of mine swore up and down this guy was just a friend throughout her entire relationship. The moment she broke up with her boyfriend, guess who she was dating 2 weeks later? Now they're married with 2 kids. The hard truth? If she's genuinely happy spending time with him, texting him regularly, and he fits her usual type, he's not just a friend, he's your competitor. And if things go south between you two, he'll likely be the first one comforting her. And we all know where that leads. So when you hear he's just a friend, pay attention to their dynamic. Real friends don't get jealous when you're around. Real friends don't occupy emotional space meant for a partner. And most importantly, real friends don't suddenly become boyfriends the moment you're out of the picture. Lie number 3. I'm fine or nothing's wrong. She says the words I'm fine, but everything about her tone, posture, and energy screams the opposite. This classic female communication tactic isn't meant to deceive. It's a test of your emotional intelligence and attentiveness. When a woman claims nothing's wrong while clearly upset, she's actually communicating 2 things. First, that something is bothering her, and second, that she needs you to care enough to notice. It's not about mind-reading games. It's about wanting a partner who's emotionally present enough to pick up on nonverbal cues. The signs are usually obvious if you're paying attention: crossed arms, clipped responses, excessive sighing, or that particular tone that somehow makes I'm fine sound like everything is wrong. Ignoring these signals is a recipe for disaster. You'll inevitably face the you should have known confrontation later. The solution isn't to play detective or beg for answers. Instead, try this approach. Acknowledge the mood shift. You seem upset. Want to talk about it? Offer space if needed. I'm here when you're ready. Follow up later about earlier. Still want to share what was bothering you? This strategy shows you're attentive without being pushy and gives her time to process emotions before discussing them. Remember, what seems like an unnecessary game is often just her way of determining whether you're truly invested in understanding her emotional world. The healthiest relationships find balance between verbal and nonverbal communication. While women could be more direct, men could also practice being more observant. Meeting in this middle ground is key to avoiding these frustrating exchanges altogether. Lie number 4. I'm not ready for a relationship. Let's decode this classic line because of what she says and what she means are two very different things. Here's the hard truth. When a woman says, I'm not ready for a relationship, 9 times out of 10, she's actually saying, I'm not ready for a relationship with you. She's still active on dating apps. She's not ready, but somehow has time for casual dates. You notice she's always busy, but never makes concrete plans. 2 weeks after telling you this, she's suddenly in a relationship with someone else. Surprise! She was ready after all. Just not for you. Here's what you need to understand. When a woman is truly into you, she won't give you vague excuses. She'll either lock you down immediately because she doesn't want to risk losing you, or give you a clear timeline. I need 3 months to finish school. The moment you hear, I'm not ready, do these 3 things. Stop investing emotionally. Start dating other people. Remember, women make time for what they want. If she wanted you, you'd know. If she's unsure, she's just not that into you. Don't be someone's maybe when you could be someone else's hell. Yes. Lie number 5. I've never done this before, or I don't usually do this. Have you ever had a woman tell you, I don't usually do this right before she does exactly that? Let me break down what's really happening in these moments and why understanding this changes everything about your dating life. When she says, I've never given my number out this quickly while writing her digits on that napkin. Or whispers, I don't normally invite guys back to my place as she unlocks her door. Or tells you this isn't something I do on first dates right before proving otherwise. Here's the uncomfortable truth. When a woman says these things, she's usually lying. And I'll tell you why. The psychology behind it. Women say this because they want you to feel special, so you invest faster. They're avoiding the easy label, even if it's true. They're testing your game to see if you'll call them out. How to spot a lie. If she says she doesn't do something, but then does it with you? If she's never done this before but seems suspiciously good at it? If she acts shocked by her own behavior, I can't believe I'm doing this. The more dramatic she is about how unusual this is for her, the more likely she's done it 100 times before. This isn't about shaming women. It's about recognizing when you're being played. If she's pretending you're the exception, she's usually just telling you what you want to hear. If she genuinely didn't do something, she wouldn't be doing it now. Real good girls don't announce it. They show it through their actions. Lie number 6. All my exes were toxic. Red flag. When a woman tells you every single one of her exes was toxic, that's not just a red flag. It's a flashing neon warning sign. Think about it. How likely is it that every person she's dated was terrible? Either she has catastrophically bad judgment in partners, or she's the common denominator in all those failed relationships. Now, I'm not saying exes are saints. We've all had relationships that didn't end well. But there's a big difference between having some bad experiences and claiming every past partner was toxic. If she can't point to a single positive experience with any ex, that tells you more about her than about them. Here's the uncomfortable truths. Sometimes women label men toxic simply because those men had boundaries. Maybe they refused to be disrespected or wouldn't tolerate games. If you ever actually meet these so-called toxic exes, you might be shocked to discover they're perfectly decent guys, which makes you wonder who the real problem was. The scary part? If she blames all her exes, there's a 100% chance you'll eventually join that list when you inevitably disappoint her. Healthy people take some responsibility for past relationship failures. If she claims she's always the victim, congratulations, you're probably dating the drama. Lie number 7. I don't care about money. Let's be honest, every woman cares about money to some degree. Financial stability represents security, comfort, and freedom, things every human being naturally desires. When a woman claims she doesn't care about money, what she really means is she doesn't require you to be wealthy right now. The truth behind this statement is about potential, not current account balances. She's signaling that she's willing to invest in a man who demonstrates ambition, work ethic, and financial responsibility. However, this isn't a free pass to remain stagnant. A woman may tolerate temporary financial struggles, but she won't stay with a man who shows no drive to improve his situation long term. Financial stability plays a crucial role in relationships, whether we admit it or not. While love is essential, financial stress is one of the leading causes of relationship breakdowns. A woman might genuinely prioritize love over wealth, but she still needs to see that you're capable of providing basic security and occasional treats. The key takeaway? Don't misinterpret "I don't care about money" as permission to be complacent. She still expects you to show ambition and career progression, handle your finances responsibly, occasionally demonstrate generosity, plan for future stability. At the end of the day, every woman wants a partner who can contribute to a comfortable life, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not about gold digging, it's about basic adult expectations in a modern relationship. Lie number 8. What women really mean when they say, "I just want a nice guy." When a woman says she wants a nice guy, too many men misinterpret this as an invitation to become a doormat. They think it means showering her with constant attention, agreeing with everything she says, and sacrificing their entire identity to please her. Then when she inevitably loses attraction, these same men cry. Women say they want nice guys, but they don't. Here's the truth. Women do want kindness, but not at the expense of strength. What she's actually saying is, "I want a man who treats me well, but also commands respect." She desires someone with his own passions, opinions, and boundaries, a man who is emotionally generous, but never desperate. Think of it this way, women don't want a nice guy who bends to their every whim. They want a good man, someone who is caring but also confident, respectful but not a pushover. A man who can be sweet without being weak and who can stand his ground without being cruel. The healthiest relationships thrive on balance. She doesn't want a servant, she wants an equal. So keep your career, maintain your friendships, and stay true to yourself. Be kind, but never at the cost of your self-respect. That's the kind of nice guy women actually fall for. So there you have it, 8 lies women tell men and what they really mean. At the end of the day, communication is key. Women, let's be more honest. Men, learn to read between the lines. And everyone, stop playing games. Real connections are built on truth. If you found value in these insights, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you never miss our next episode on dating, relationships, and personal growth. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I genuinely want to hear your experiences and perspectives. Stay tuned for more relationship wisdom, and as always, keep decoding the secrets of authentic connection. Until next time, take care and keep your heart open to possibilities.